Good day, future forester. I am Carmela Binantoles, the reporter for today. And now we were going to tackle about the classification of natural resources. Kung madunggan nato ang word nga natural resources or phrase unsa may ang atong mahuna-hunaan. So karon akong ihatag ang meaning sa natural resources. Natural resources meaning are materials from the earth that are used to support life and meet people's needs. Other natural resources are air, sunlight, soil, and water. As you all know, natural resources are the resources that are drawn from nature and are used without much modification or change. For example, the air we breathe or the water that we see in our lakes or rivers, the soil, the minerals, all of these are examples of natural resources. So, natural resources are classified into different groups depending upon their level of development and use, their origin, their stock, and distribution rather. So, ang natural resources, gi-classify siya into group is the level of development and use, origin, stock, ug ang iyang distribution. So, mag-una kita sa level of development and use. So, on the basis of development and use, we can classify resources into two categories, actual resources and potential resources. So, ako ning i-explain ang actual resources ug ang potential resources. Pero address pa na ako siya i-explain hatagan sa nato ug meaning unsa ang meaning aning actual ug ang potential resources. So ang actual resources mao ni siya are those which have been surveyed, their quantity and quality determined are being used in present times. So kaning actual resources mao ni siya ang ginagamit karon nato nga mga panahon. For example, kaning coal, uling, tubig, water and petrol. Kanang kuan sa gasolina mao na siya ang atong ginagamit or kanang mga sulane ginagamit na nato karon nga mga panahon. Then, ang kaning potential resources, mao ni siya ang mga resources are resources which exist in a region and which can be used in the future. Ang mga potential nga kahinguhaan mao ang mga panguhaan nga anaa sa usa ka rehiyon o magamit sa umaabot. So, ang kaning potential resources, mao ni siya ang gamit pa nato sa umaabot. For example, kaning uranium. Next is we can classify resources on the basis of their origin, the biotic and abiotic resources. So kabalo ko nga kaning biotic ug abiotic resources naklase na ni nato sa junior high school pati sa senior high school, pati di idea sa college, apil po dahil ni charot. So explain na ako sa inyo ang biotic resources. Biotic resources refers to living things. Mga living things siya. For example is plants, animals, and many more na include siya sa biotic resources. Kay kabalo ko familiar mo ani. Then kaning abiotic resources mo ni siya refers to non-living things. For example is water, rocks, soil, and many more that includes in abiotic resources. Next, on the basis of stock, that is the amount of resources for use. we can classify resources as renewable and non-renewable resources. And now, what is renewable resources? Renewable resources are an energy source that cannot be depleted and are able to supply a continuous source of clean energy. So kaning renewable resources is wala ni siya hangganan na pag-supply na atong ginagamit karon, or dili cannot be depleted. Example is solar energy, ang wind, falling water, and many more na includes sa renewable resources. And next is non-renewable resources. Non-renewable resources is a natural substance that is not replenished with the speed at which it is consumed. It is a finite resources. So kaning non-renewable resources is naani siya hangganan. Hangganan nga magamit nato. For example is ang coal, natural gas, oil, og uban pang mga non-renewable resources. In other words, renewable resources is unlimited siya paggamit, og ang non-renewable resources is limited lang siya nga atong magamit, mao nang walay hangganan. Lastly, on the basis of the distribution resources can be ubiquitous resources and localized resources. So, what is ubiquitous resources? Ubiquitous resources which are found everywhere are called ubiquitous resources. So, the word which are found everywhere, so bisag asa nato makita. For example is ang land, water, og ang plants, og daghang pang mga ubiquitous resources nga includes ani niya. And localized resources. So what is localized resources? Localized resources can be defined as the resources which are found in a local place or a specific area. So the word which we are found in a local place or specific area lang siya nga atong makita. For example is ang gold, diamonds, and silver. Diba, panagsalang nato siya makita sa mga specific area dito na sa mga kanang naay mga bukid-bukid nga naay makakitaan ng mga gold o na makita nato sa specific area lang. Which are includes in localized resources. And that's all for my topic today. Again, this is Carmela Binantoles, BSF 1A, saying that no matter how hard life is, keep going, keep fighting, and don't give up. Kaya nato ni, so gora lang.